Dang, girl.
All good.
Ready? Mm-hmm. I'm a little punchy tonight, Mr. Latzenheiser, so you might have to correct me, make a mistake. All right, let's go ahead and call the March 17th Board of Zoning Appeals meeting to order. Can I get roll call, please?
Tyson Brooks.
Here.
Bill Dottie.
Here.
Tracy Janice.
Present.
Jeff Kyle. Tim Moore.
Okie dokie, folks. In your packets, there's a copy of the old minutes from our February 24th meeting. Take a look-see at that one and see if there's any corrections being made. If not, I'd need a motion to approve. We got a motion to approve from Tim. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
A motion, a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand. Opposed, same sign. Any old items, sir?
We do not.
Okay, we have a new item this evening. It's B260304 Lancaster Township, Southeast Quarter 2127 North 12 East. Jay and Mallory Nicholas request a variance to reduce the front yard setback from 70 feet to 41 feet for a garage. Property is located at 2470 North State Road 1, Bluffton, Indiana 46714. Property is currently zoned S1. Do we have a petitioner here for that? Why don't you come on up and state your name and tell us what you'd like to do?
Yeah, so my name is Jay Nicholas, and we're requesting a variance adjustment for personal property to have a garage.
Reason for the setback would be the size of the building or the location, or what's the thought process behind it?
So currently, so the garage will be a 30 by 30, and there's not currently enough space in the front yard area, and there's also trees blocking, so,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
So this would be similar to the neighbor's house, which a couple years ago we granted a variance for the same thing. It's a side load garage, so it doesn't back up or enter directly off of.
Is the property just south of Sunlight?
It's right off of 250 North.
Okay, thank you.
250 North.
I got it, okay, thank you. And we've done this in the past, correct, Mr. Latzenheiser?
Yes, specifically with the neighboring property, and then there is a parcel about a block or two down that also has a similar setback reduction on that county road there. The subdivision plat had a much more restrictive setback requirement than what our ordinance would. So this request is to reduce that part. It is a little bit closer than what our ordinance would allow with the other projects in the area. It kind of made sense to take a look at.
Got it, makes sense to me.
So the subdivision's the only one it's holding back, I guess, at this point?
What?
The subdivision's the only one that's, if it wouldn't be for the subdivision, it wouldn't be a problem then?
It is closer than the 60 feet.
Okay.
So it is a little bit closer than that, but so is, like I said, we considered that especially because it's not a garage that is backing right up to the street. It's side load, so they have to come in and turn out. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
The only difference is that one, the garage is part of the residential structure. It's not a freestanding structure, but it's very similar.
Anything from the neighbors?
We have not heard anything.
How about you?
We talked to the neighbors too, and they didn't have any issues with it, so.
Right on. Board members, do you have any further questions? There are crickets. I'm not going to open it up to the public because you're the only public and you're with the petitioner, so unless you want to add anything. Okay.
We don't have to add any conditions or anything then?
I don't believe we do.
No. Yeah, ready for a motion.
I would make a motion, we approve as submitted.
We have a motion to approve as submitted. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand? Opposed, same sign.
Yep, so at this point, there is a 30-day appeal period from this meeting. Since nobody was here to remonstrate, it's very unlikely anything would happen. If you choose to come in and get your permit within that 30 days, we just have a document to fill out telling that you understand what that is. Go from there, so ready for the next step. Okay, thank you.
Show your garage.
Thanks.
Be great. Thanks.
Yes, yep. Unless if you want to see the rest of the meeting.
And I can email that form to you if you guys want it to finalize.
Any other business?
Hey, just have two items of advisory. At the Plan Commission, we went through a more robust list of the state legislative actions that affect our local planning and zoning. Specifically, will be the House Bill 1001, which is the Housing Matters Bill. While this was a moving target from the very beginning to the end, I don't know for a fact, but it definitely was highly modified each step that it went through, including the very final set of votes by the Senate. So with that, we are starting to get a better understanding of it, and we're going to have a meeting around Northeast Indiana to kind of get an idea. And then our state planning organization is also going to do a synopsis meeting about what communities need to do as next steps to bring themselves in line with what the ordinance require, or what the new Indiana code sections require us to do. This bill has lost a lot of its teeth, but it still does require us to do several things. So we'll continue to work through that, but basically the goal of the bill from the very beginning was to remove regulation from housing uses and to make it easier to develop. We just need to go through step by step in that code and see how we can bring that into reality in Wells County. Some of the things from the very beginning we already had done, and some of the things seem very off-putting to many communities. So as we dig into it, with now getting a better grasp on the final version of it, we'll get to see. We'll start working on probably an ordinance amendment or a process sometime this year to bring it into that.
So not as big as we thought it would be?
It might not be. The big thing is that we have to have a public hearing about housing matters. That's like kind of the first steps. And then to kind of understand some of the other pieces involved. But they did remove some of the stuff that was more troublesome, but there's still things in there that will conflict with what our ordinance states.
Right, and there, correct me if I'm wrong, there is an opt-out feature, but we're not going to take that because of the penalties it would incur later.
Potential, yeah, so now there was a little conflicting information because so at the last meeting, the meeting conference I was just at last week, it was stated that the opt-out requirement was removed, which is not the last version that I saw. So we've got to dig deeper into this, what it means and what the process is and what the final version that when they came together between the House and the Senate and said, we got to put this into one final draft and agree on it. And so we're going to work through that, but I do believe that this is going to be something that will require us to do some significant work.
What percent would you say that our ordinance now is currently compliant with? Are we like halfway there?
It's really hard.
Or is it too far out?
Once I sit through these next two meetings, I would say that I have a better answer to that.
Okay, that sounds
what
good.
we need to do
All right.
on that. The thing that was just thrown into our lap a week ago, we had no idea about, but so Fort Wayne International Airport has what is called an area of influence. That area of influence is basically 5 miles from the perimeter of the airport itself. Part of that 5 miles of area of influence enters into the north part of Walls County. So, so in that process, they had already previously worked with Allen County in the city of Fort Wayne in regards to there are aviation best practices for development in their area of influence. One of the examples that was given, there's ways to develop a pond so that it does not attract waterfowl. Waterfowl are an issue for airplanes. So there are certain things that they do. They're talking about how if we have permits or development plans or variances, that they would need to do a review of those before we would hear them or approve them. So we need to work with the airport on that to see what that looks like.
Just for
But
that
basic-
area, but not the whole county.
Not the
just-
whole county, but it would most likely create a overlay district in that 5 mile buffer.
Okay.
And
And
create
expand
some regulations to how things develop in that space. So if you can visualize the area that's impacted, the 5 mile buffer, I can actually point it out on this map roughly. You don't see Austin very well. But it does come in here, it comes in and incorporates most of Austin and then leaves before you get, and it does catch a little bit into Adams County. We do have a map that we'll present. Probably at the next.
Austin was within 5 miles.
No, so the airport. You also have to understand that it's 5 miles from their current airport and planned expansion. So they have a long-term expansion plan, which, for our benefit, happens on the south side of the existing airport. So that is included in their area of influence.
That makes sense. Because I was gonna say, is that it, or are they gonna expand more later?
No, so it includes their expansion. It includes their long-term expansion plan.
Cool.
So that is something that we're also going to get to work through.
Job security, buddy.
Yeah, that is true.
We have, you say you had to have a public hearing. Will that be APC or here or both?
APC, it'll be in, yes, in regards to what we're required to do in Housing Bill 1001, that will be at the Plan Commission. Or at each legislative body. That is, we're gonna get some clarification on that as well. So, the question is whether or not the Plan Commission can do it for them, or if they have to do it themselves. And then that will lie the greater question. So, that is what I've got as far as advisory.
Do we have a meeting next month?
Yes, we do.
What's the date on that?
I think that's our,
It
Is that
is,
our awkward date?
no,
this is our
April,
this is our awkward
April
date.
22nd.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
All right, mark your calendars. Wait, April 22nd's a Wednesday. So the
I have the 25 calendar on here still.
Yep.
Can I see that?
It's the 21st then, Tuesday, the 21st. Yeah.
The 28th is the 4th.
Oh, yeah, I was a week off.
April 28th.
All right, I'm glad I asked.
April 28th?
April 28th.
We are on.
Look at this messed up.
I
notes
know, I
now.
looked at the 25 calendar when I was telling you guys I need to change that.
We need to get our calendar back. It's on the wall down there.
No, they took it from us.
We had an old one, now we don't have nothing at all.
That's over.
You complained about an old calendar, now you get none.
That's what you get now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then, I would make a motion to adjourn.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion about adjournment? All in favor, right hand.
We only had one person.
Oh, same side.